My name is Marilyn Gartelmann Quiroz, and we're in my home on this rainy fall day in historic Pullman on the south side of Chicago. I have a wonderful personal hero. That was my grandmother, Mary O'Pollock Szczerbiak. My grandmother was born Mary O'Pollock on March 30th, 1892 in the town of Galicia in the Ukraine, which at the time was in the country of Poland. She was a light in my heart and in my eyes. She was smart. She was funny. She was a wonderful cook. She did it all. She had no choice. She had to. Grandma worked at the Tivoli Theater for 25 years as a cleaning lady. The Tivoli Theater was located on 63rd Street and Cottage Grove and was famously known in Chicago for their live vaudeville acts in the 1930s and 1940s. They had vaudeville acts there, and they had Bob Hope in there, and Sophie Tucker had her dressing room there when she performed vaudeville, and she would receive flowers, I'm sure, from all her male admirers, and she left a vase and told my grandmother she could keep it. It was an intricate Chinese vase with all the fancy schmancy stuff on it, and when she passed away and we were getting rid of her things, I said to my brother, "Do you want this?" "I don't want it." I should have kept it, but as a keepsake. But he has it, so that's a good thing. It's still in the family. I thought I knew everything about my grandmother, but I never knew a lot about how she arrived in America. I went online to try to find some information, but couldn't find anything substantial about her arrival. But then I figured out how we could find information about Mary O'Pollock Szczerbiak.
Let the river run, let all the dreamers wake the nation. Come.
I enlisted the help of my son Nino, who lives in New York City, and asked him to go to Ellis Island to find the missing pieces of how my grandmother got here. He thinks he's an Inspector Clouseau.
Over cities rise, the morning lights, the streets that lead them, and sirens call them on with a song. It's
He went to the American Family Immigration History Center, and we discovered some amazing facts. We discovered that Mary's husband, my grandfather Michael, came to America first on December 3rd, 1909, aboard the President Grant from Hamburg, Germany to New York City. On the ship's manifest, they asked him to declare where he was heading. It was handwritten, so it was hard to read, but after closer inspection, we knew what he wrote down a century ago of his final destination, Pullman. While I was happy that we found information about my grandfather, information about Gram was still elusive. I do remember that she told me years ago that she had lost her papers somewhere aboard the ship and they were never found, which makes sense as we never found her paperwork on Ellis Island. We still had no clue on when or how she was able to enter into the country. Until now. I did find a declaration of immigration here and was able to find out that she arrived in the United States on October 15th, 1912. That's 100 years ago today. That's pretty exciting. We never looked that closely until just recently at some of her paperwork. This one document was the key that we were looking for. We found out that she had traveled aboard the SS Vaderland and did in fact arrive in Ellis Island on October 15th, 1912. It was a great way to find out some missing pieces about Gram and made me feel that I knew her just a little bit better than I did before. She was a wonderful grandmother. She became an even greater great-grandmother. When my children were little, she would sit on the sofa and cross her legs, and they were maybe not quite a year old, and she would put them across her foot and shake her leg up and down, and she would start to sing a little Ukrainian lullaby to them. Even now, I can still hear her singing and her voice. Hope, 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 Sivanki galop.
Hop, hop, wait. Hop, 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 Sivanki galop.
Hi, 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 kone kuhulai.
Hi, 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 kone gulay.
That's all I know. I can't remember the rest.
I would, I know lots of things, but I can't, I got no voice. I know that's a long song, I know lots of songs, a lot of school songs yet, but I never, see I got that bronchitis and I never sing no more. I used to sing yet, but now I never sing. That's why I can pull it out, my voice. But
This is all recorded.
I know that, I know. That's why I don't want to do it.
She's been gone over 30 years, and I miss her terribly because there's not a day that goes by that I don't think of her. I have her pictures in my TV room. She's with me no matter what.
So what are these two? That's when she was younger and older.
This is when she was younger, and of course this was when she was older. I love her with all my heart. I miss her.